Hello, my name is Tad Zelsky, and I'm pleased to tell you about the Extend-Ear behind-the-ear FM hearing aid system. This videotape presentation will help you understand the benefits of FM systems for the hearing impaired and the unique features of the Extend-Ear system. Let's listen to Dr. Mark Ross. Dr. Ross is a noted professor of audiology and the author of several textbooks on the subject of FM systems, including his new book, FM Auditory Training Systems.
My name is Dr. Mark Ross, and I'm an audiologist and a hearing aid user for over 40 years. What I want to talk to you about now is noise, but particularly the effect of noise upon the hearing impaired people in our population. Look around you. Wherever you go, there's noise. The streets, restaurants, schools, places of business. Wherever you go, there's noise, and the noise is getting louder all the time. What you're hearing now is my speech in a perfect situation. There's no noise in the background. This hardly, however, is a realistic situation. At this point, you're going to hear my speech as it would be heard in the average noisy situation by the average hearing person. The speech being about 6 decibels louder than the noise. This is an example of such a listening situation. You can understand me, but you do have to work a little bit at it. A hearing impaired person, however, listening to the same noise has quite a different experience. The auditory distortions produced by the person's hearing loss produce an equivalent of 15 dB of noise in the environment. It is as if suddenly the noise in the environment has increased by 15 decibels. Now you're going to experience how a hearing impaired person would hear in that same situation you heard a moment ago, where the speech to noise ratio for the normal hearing person was plus 60. No wonder they have problems, no wonder they complain, no wonder so many reject hearing aids.
It's easy to understand the concept that as noise increases, the spoken word is less intelligible. Take a look at the difference between normal hearing and the hard of hearing in two different situations, plus 6 dB and plus 12 dB. Note that for normal hearing, the scores are almost the same, while for the hearing impaired, there is a big difference, even when they're wearing hearing aids.
Now, hearing aids are very necessary for hearing impaired people. But what is not sufficiently understood is that when it's very noisy, the hearing aid not only amplifies the speech, but it amplifies the noise as well. Thus, that speech-to-noise ratio is not really changing in the presence of noise. As a matter of fact, it may be even worse because the hearing aid itself may add certain distortions. The effect of noise is not only upon speech perception. It has certain educational and psychological consequences as well. Now, for children, trying to understand and learn speech in the presence of this kind of noise is almost impossible. They have to strain, they have to focus on the lips, they have to work twice as hard, and in the afternoon, for the most part, they may be climbing the walls because they have to work so hard during the day to understand the teacher's speech. And no wonder they have academic difficulties. For adults, adults are a special case. It's not a question of learning language. For adults, it's a question of trying to concentrate and continuing to concentrate to understand speech in the presence of noise. They know the language, but they can't quite get the signal. The speech signal for them is buried in the noise. After a few minutes or hours trying to communicate in a noisy situation, they would just as soon leave. And speaking for myself, I can tell you that when I find myself in a noisy situation, I can't wait to get out of there.
Listen to my voice through a standard behind-the-ear hearing aid as recorded in an ear simulator. I'm standing 6 feet from the hearing aid, and now we're going to add some environmental sounds like people talking. You'll notice that the hearing aid will not only amplify my voice, but also the people talking and the echoes of this room. The sound's very confusing.
There are two possible solutions for the problems of hearing impaired people in noise. One is to create a quiet world. No noisy parties, no noisy restaurants, no loud stereo, no family parties. Now, that may be very nice for somebody like me, but not really a very realistic possibility. The second option is to talk 6 inches away from my hearing aid. So wherever I go, I want people to lean over and talk 6 inches away from my hearing aid. Nice, too, but not a very realistic possibility. There's another possibility of improving speech comprehension of hearing impaired people in noise, and that is to extend the ear of the hearing impaired person to the lips of the speaker. Now that sounds a little odd, but in essence, that is what happens when we use an FM system.
How does an FM system for the hearing impaired work? Think of it just like you would your home radio receiver, which brings the voice of the desired speaker directly into your room. Well, just like listening to your home radio receiver, an FM system for the hearing impaired brings the voice of the desired speaker directly to the ear of the hearing impaired listener. This is the direct listening created by the FM link.
Now, let's listen to the FM advantage. I'm speaking into the microphone of the Extend-Ear transmitter, which is located 6 inches from my mouth. Now we'll add the environmental sounds of people talking like we used before. But this time, my voice will be sent via radio waves directly to the Extend-Ear receiver, which is connected to the ear simulator that we used before. Note this time, however, that my voice is clearer and that the background sounds and the echo have almost disappeared.
It's that easy.
There is no smart hearing aid on the market that can reproduce this function. There is no smart hearing aid on the market that can present a signal-to-noise ratio to a hearing-impaired person's ears of 20-25 dB in the presence of loud noise. It just will not happen. The only effective way that we know now to transmit an intelligible signal to a hearing-impaired person is to locate a microphone close to the lips. This is what an FM system will do. FM systems are not exactly a new development. They've been around for about 25 years. Their initial development consisted of a body-worn FM receiver and different ways of connecting the output of the FM receiver to the ear, perhaps through a button receiver or a neck loop or directly plugged into a hearing aid. Now that has served us well for a long time. However, now we have a new development on the FM scene, and that is the FM receiver and hearing aid all located within a BTE case. Very convenient to wear. It is a hearing aid and an FM receiver. Just you put it into one's ear just as one would insert a hearing aid, and now I have both a hearing aid and an FM receiver in my ear. As you can see, it's very convenient to wear the FM system this way, as well as to use it as a hearing aid. Now on my ear, and I no longer have to have a number of wires going from the body FM receiver to my hearing aid. Wearing it this way also allows me to receive a consistent signal because I've eliminated a number of the coupling problems which are associated with traditional FM systems.
In addition to the FM receiver, the Extend-Ear is also a high-quality hearing aid that is easy to fit and convenient to wear. The model LRR 200 FM receiver hearing aid incorporates fitting and user controls that are familiar to the professional hearing aid dispenser. The fitting controls include an active filter tone control and a precise peak output control. The user controls include a standard hearing aid volume control, a 4-position function switch, and a battery compartment. The model LRT 100 Extend-Ear transmitter microphone is an important new element for the FM advantage. The microphone is easy to operate. The controls provide for simple adaptations designed to enhance listening experiences in a variety of environmental situations. After a few minutes of study, you'll feel comfortable with the Extend-Ear and gain the listening advantages of the FM link. The Extend-Ear is an exciting development for better hearing. This technology breakthrough is the result of extensive research and development by the engineering team of AVR Communications of Israel. The AVR team has been able to bring to the Extend-Ear some of the most recent advancements in micro-miniature electronics to design and manufacture the FM hearing system. Quality is built into every Extend-Ear and is backed by the service and assistance of experienced hearing aid and FM specialists. AVR is dedicated to providing innovative products and reliable service to improve the listening experience for the hearing impaired. You will find that an Extend-Ear FM hearing aid system can benefit children, youth, and adults who experience difficulty hearing in noise. To appreciate the Extend-Ear system, ask for the name of an AVR representative near you and enjoy the FM advantage.
There is no doubt in my mind that FM systems represent a major advance in speech reception for both hearing impaired children and for hearing impaired adults as well. This is the extended ear of the listener.